Hello and welcome to Yoga with Alexandra. I'm Alexandra, aka Flower Yogi. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. This will be a cozy flow, so if you're practicing in the winter when this is being released, it is almost the winter solstice, so this is a time to kind of go inward, and wherever this finds you in life, it's always nice to check in and just kind of slow down with yourself. So with that, we'll use some pillows and blankets. If you have them, they can be extra cozy, just getting comfortable in whatever you're wearing. And we'll make our way into a child's pose. So for our child's pose, I invite you to bring the toes together, knees nice and wide, blanket to the heels, knees nice and wide. If you have a pillow that you'd like to bring under the chest, you can. And we'll just start to melt the heart, melt the head down to the mat. Getting heavy in the torso as the arms reach out long. Hips nice and heavy on the heels. And as you breathe in, feel the belly expand, the back body expands. And as you exhale, softening, getting a little heavier. Just starting to sink into your practice. If you have an intention that you'd like to set for the practice, for the day, just bring that to your mind's eye, to that point between your brows. And just using that as your anchor throughout this practice. And we'll start to roll the forehead side to side, massaging the brow. And on your next inhale, sliding forward, lifting the chest as you press into the palms and coming to your tabletop. Bring the knees underneath the hips. You can shift that blanket over to the side. And finding a few rounds of cat and cow, inhaling, dropping the belly, look forward. And exhale, rounding through the spine. Just finding some playful movement here, whatever that looks like or feels like in your body today. Just tapping into your breath, syncing it with your movement. Really nice. We'll come back to center, walk the hands forward. Curl the toes under and send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Just taking a few moments to pedal out through the feet. And then when you're ready, start to tiptoe the feet forward into your forward fold. You can grab opposite elbow, bend the knees, feet as wide as the hips. Release the crown of the head towards the mat. And just releasing through the backs of the legs. You can find a gentle sway in the torso, maybe shaking the head yes and no. And we'll release the bind. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, folding down. Inhale, roll all the way up, one vertebra at a time, to standing Tadasana. Really nice. We'll do 2 rounds of sun salutations, moving nice and slow, just starting to warm up the body a little bit. You can bring the feet closer together or keep them hips width distance apart. Inhale, arms at your sides. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up and back with the arms. Exhale, hinging forward, forward fold. Plant the hands in line with the toes. Inhale, right foot steps back, low lunge, lower that knee. Look forward. Retain the breath as you step back with the left foot, high plank. On the exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the chin, or the forehead. Inhale, sliding up, cobra. Exhale, melt the heart down. Inhale, press it up, tabletop or plank. We'll meet back, downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, moving very gently here today. Inhale, right foot steps forward, low lunge. Lower that left knee, look forward. Exhale, left foot steps forward, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up and back. Exhale, hands come down through center and at your sides. We'll take one more here. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, reach up, arch back. Exhale, hinge and fold, forward fold. Palms come down next to the toes. Inhale, left foot steps back, lower the knee. Look forward, low lunge. Retain the breath, right foot steps back, high plank. Exhale, lower the knees, the chest, the forehead or chin. Inhale, cobra. Lift the chest, look up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, press it back up to a tabletop, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot steps forward, lower the right knee, low lunge. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, roll all the way up. Palms come up overhead, arching the back slightly. And exhale, hands come through center and down to your sides. Really lovely. We'll bring the feet nice and wide. Toes coming in, heels coming out. Hands at your hips, stacking heart over pelvis. Deep breath in, look forward in front of you. On the exhale, hinge at the hips, coming into a nice wide-legged fold. Hands can come down underneath the face or bringing the hands to the outsides of the feet. Release the crown of the head towards the mat. And just feeling that nice opening through the hips. Releasing any tension in the low back. So the winter is all about moving slowly, of honing our practices, taking time to reflect. We are also seasonal beings, despite what the world, what capitalism might tell us. We also need to take time to slow down. So I invite you to savor your breath, to keep that slow pace even as we move off the mat. And we'll bring our hands back underneath the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, lower it back down. So head comes back towards the mat. And then we'll walk our hands over towards the right foot, bringing our left hand to the outside of the shin or the ankle. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Nice twist here. Stay for the exhale. Inhale one more time, reach up with that right hand. And exhale, bring it back down. Walk the hands through center and over to the left leg. Right hand comes to the outside of that shin or ankle. Inhale, left arm reaches towards the sky. Stay for the exhale. Deep breath in, reach up, pull up through that top hand. And exhale, melting it back down through center. We'll bring one hand to the hip and then the other. Inhale, coming all the way up as we came into it. And then we'll heel toe the feet back in, a little wider than the hips, toes pointing out. As you breathe in, find that lift through the chest, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, trace the knees over the toes as we bend into the legs. Maybe we come into this nice squat all the way down to our malasana. So if you need to help yourself get there, please feel free. If you want to slide a block underneath the hips, you can. As we bring the elbows to the knees pressing back into the elbows. Find that lift in the chest, close the eyes. This is yogi prayer pose, malasana. Taking our deep breaths as we go inward. Bring your attention to that point between the brows. When you're ready, we'll soften the hands, one in front, one behind the hips, and just lower your way to the mat. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees nice and wide, preparing for a butterfly pose, grabbing the ankles. Inhale, lift through the chest, and exhale, hinge forward, rounding through the spine as we fold into our butterfly. Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. We're working that opening through the hips. You can give your feet a little massage if that feels good. Put the thumbs to the soles of the feet. Taking one more deep breath in and a long breath out. Starting to press the palms into the mat, rolling up one vertebra at a time, nice and slowly. Lovely. We'll grab the outsides of the knees and close the legs just to come into a cross-legged seat. So if you want, you can sit on a blanket here. Taking a little seated side body flow, we'll bring the hands nice and wide, fingertips on the mat, walking them a little bit back so that we have this nice open chest. Inhale, right arm reaches up towards the sky. Exhale, bend into that left elbow. Keep that lift through the right side body as we reach over and up on the left side. Maybe your gaze follows, looking up to the top arm. Deep breath in. And exhale, coming back to center. Right hand plants. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, bending into that right elbow. Reaching up and over with the left hand. Stretch through that left side body. Deep breath in, look up. Exhale, coming back. So we'll flow side to side. Inhale, reaching up and over. Right hand to the left. And exhale, back to center. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, back to center. Inhale, right. Exhale, center. Inhale, left. Exhale, back to center. Moving at your own pace here for 3 rounds on either side. Invitation to close the eyes if that feels safe. Last round, balance it out on both sides. And we'll meet back at center, feeling that stack through the spine, that nice openness through the chest. Inhale, arms reach up, palms kiss together. And exhaling, hands coming down to your heart. Keeping the eyes closed, keep the legs heavy here. And just bringing that attention to your third eye, that point of stillness. If you want, you can lower the hands onto the knees, finding hands in chin mudra, index finger to thumb. And slowing your breath, slowing your mind. Taking a few moments to meditate in this point of stillness. And starting to deepen your breath. Moving the tongue in the mouth, rolling the head around. Just finding those micro movements. Meeting back at center. We'll take a deep breath in, a long breath out. Bring the hands together at your heart, lifting the thumb knuckles to the third eye. We'll close this practice with one deep breath in, and exhaling, bowing to yourself, your body, your practice. Thank you for joining, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.